Welcome, kings and queens. You are watching Big Sis T TV, and I'm bringing nothing but positive vibes and positive energy. And I don't want you to miss a clip, so subscribe, please. Today's topic is defining spirituality. What does it mean to start a spiritual journey? Because some people start and not really knowing what it means to be on a spiritual journey. Or some people hear other people talking about being on a spiritual journey and, they're kind of afraid of that route because they really don't know what it is. And so I'm here to give you some insight of personal definition. I feel like everyone starts their spiritual journey for different reasons. Some people start out of anger via Trayvon Martin, Sarah Blaine, E.J. Bradford, Michael Brown, out of anger for brutality. Who knows what they're angering about, but some people start out of anger. Some people start to find peace, whether it's with themselves or, peace for the world. But there's another reason. Some people simply start to find or reconnect with their DNA, their ancestors. I honestly believe that no matter what or the reason why you start your spiritual journey, you'll start it because of the question why. Everyone starts with the question why. Why this happened? Why does the world have to be like this? Why do people hate other people? The answer is always why. But what if I told you that the answer, whether it's the words are before or after your why, is in you? We are the reason why. We are the answer. What I mean by that, saying that we are the answer to the why, I'm going to explain from personal experiences, as I said before. The reason I started my spiritual journey was because I was mentally and emotionally just done. Growing up, being told this is wrong, that's wrong, you have to do this, you have to do that, basically being programmed to live a certain way. And seeing those same people program me to live a certain way or be punished, do the exact opposite. I was born and raised in the church. I grew up in the church, and church people, mentally hurt me, physically hurt me, and I didn't want nothing to do with the church. Church became just not something I wanted to deal with anymore, and so I shunned away from that one. Shunned away. That wasn't my answer anymore. And so I started looking, and then I didn't know where else to look, so just continued to live life day by day. And then I thought maybe I just needed to get a career together. Try to get a career together, start school, get an education, graduated, and nobody wanted to hire me. You need experience. So that's what everybody tells me. But how can I get experience if you guys won't give me the chance? Then I began to doubt myself. Not only was I now mentally broken, I was emotionally broken. And everyone I turned to, to lean on could not help me, or they just didn't see that I was hurting. I have a hard time showing emotion on the outside. Everyone comes to me for answers. Everyone comes to me for advice, and I let them because that's in my nature. I feel sympathy for other people, and I don't like seeing other people hurt. So I'm listening ear, and I give advice. That's what I do. But who's there for me when I need advice or just a listening ear? No one. So being mentally and emotionally and physically hurt and burned out, I just began to give up on life. And I didn't want to do anything. If it had nothing to do with my kids, I didn't want no parts of it. Just became a hermit I've always been a hermit, but more or less lazy. Getting out of bed was rough every day. All I wanted to do was sleep and eat, and I didn't care about my physical. I gained major weight, started eating crap I had no business eating, you know? It's not good to feed. What you put in your body is what you put out, if that makes sense, but we'll get more into that later. So I started praying for peace. I didn't know who I was praying to at this point, because like I said, I gave up on the church. So I began to pray for peace, searching for peace, feeling empty, feeling like, you know, what's the purpose of life? You know, I gave up on it. What is the purpose? What is the point? Why are we here? Why am I doing this? All these whys. My best friend mentioned to me about her spiritual journey, and I wasn't really listening to her, because I don't know, I just wasn't really listening to her. And so she said something to me. Here's that knocking at my door, spirituality, and that word. And then someone mentioned a YouTube video, and I watched it. They actually shared it in my inbox, and I watched it. And he said something about meditation. And so I looked more into it that same night. That same night I looked at that video, I looked more into it. Meditation and spirituality and the journey. And that's where I started. And this was all that happened last year. From beginning to end. All that mentally, emotional, physical draining, and just feeling worthless. And all that happened last year. And the end of October, the beginning of November, I started my spiritual journey. And ever since then, I've been uphill mentally, physically, emotionally. And it all started with keyword meditation and spirituality. And how I do my spiritual journey is, how I started was meditation, affirmations, crystals, and chakras. Those are my 4 go-tos up until now. But we're going to talk about those in another video, in the next video. All that just to say that my definition of my spiritual journey is finding peace within myself for growth, mentally, physically, and emotionally. You guys stay tuned for next week's video. We're going to be talking about this nappy head of mine that I call locks in the beginning of that, okay? T Television is out. Peace and blessings, loves.